Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Today we are going to talk about software quality assurance project, which is for our group we are doing the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) as our organization. So first I will introduce myself, which is the leader of the team. My name is Luqman Firdaus bin Hapizi, CB18131, and then this is my metric card. And then
My name is ABDULAZIZ Ahmed Saleh BAQALEB. My matric number is CB18178, and this is my matric card.
I am NURUL Binti KAMARUDDIN with ID matric CB1911, and this is my matric card.
I am Montira anak perempuan F1, matric ID CB18014, and here is my matric card.
I'm SHARUBEN son of KRIPAKARAN, CB18058, and this is my matric card.
okay, so we are going to talk about the first part, which is organization.
Okay, our area of ICMS organization is Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission, established in the mid-1990s. It has many movements to get this or implementation of ICMS. It has many roles to do with other organizations. The roles of multimedia or Malaysia Multimedia MCMC are advise the Minister on all matters concerning the national policy objectives for communication and multimedia activities, implement and enforce the provisions of the Communications and Multimedia Law, regulate all matters relating to communications and multimedia activities not provided for in the Communication and Multimedia Law. There are many more rules MCMC have. We are moving to the area of ICMC, the area of ICMC of MCMC, Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission. They use ISO IEC 27001 2007 Information Security Management System ICMC implementation. The objective of using ICMC under Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission is to provide details information on the ISO IEC 27001 template information security management system to all organization under this organization. So in the implementation of ICMC or implementation of ICMC with MCMC to give other organizations certification. So the identified organization, they are implement or under ICMC, Telecom Malaysia Berhad, Silicom Axiata Berhad, Maxis Berhad, DG Telecommunication Berhad, U Mobile.
Okay, I will explain about the work product. Our proposed work product is regulating and promoting multimedia communication system, or we can call it as RPMC. The regulating and promoting multimedia communication system is developed to help Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) to control and monitor the communication and multimedia activity. This system enables Malaysian citizens to make a complaint about an activity or content in social media or web page that is not according with established rule and regulation. It also enables the Malaysian citizen to make a complaint about the connection of the line. Thus, the MCMC can check and take action for the complaint from the complainant. The user of RPMC include of MCMC staff, complainant, and Malaysian citizen. The requirement of the RPMC is the RPMC system should allow user to make a complaint through the system and be able to view the status whether action has been taken by MCMC or not. The RPMC system shall allow the MCMC staff to view and update the action detail for this issue. Next, the RPMC system shall send an email notification to user after the user made the complaint. And next, I will explain about the quality attribute which is usability and integrity. For the usability, the RPMC system is designed with an easy and simple interface to ensure that users of the RPMC system are able to use this system without any trouble. The complexity of the interface or too much information displayed on screen may cause user confusion and will make some mistakes. By implementing ISMS, it can avoid the MCMC staff by making mistakes while using this system and can avoid exposing the organization information to external or third party. Next, integrity. The RPMC system requires user to authenticate their user account by verifying an email to avoid user from creating fake account. Only authenticated users are able to log in into the system. It can prevent unauthorized users from trying to log in into the system. And IMS provides a collection of regulation, protocol, technical, and physical protection aimed to ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the information. It can ensure that the data stored in the database is secure, safe, and reliable.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be continuing on quality measurement tools. So this is the part 4.0 for the project. So quality measurement tools here are implemented to utilize and ensure quality standards are met and particular resources are being allocated. To the right implementation of the quality measurement tool, we are able to have a more vivid representation of what is required for the planning and execution aspect in a particular system or in a particular application of it. This means that we can assess risks and forecast the results for both lack of quality implementation and otherwise. Here, through the inspection of organization methodologies of implementation of ISMS preparation, resource allocation and understanding organizational goals, the fishbone diagram is chosen as a quality measurement tool. The fishbone diagram, also known as Ishikawa diagram or the cause and effect diagram, was developed in a time where graphics were mostly hand-drawn on paper. So the fishbone diagram originates from value engineering and created to simplify systems and problems that needed to be solved for anyone using the diagram. So the diagram represents the head and the body itself. The head will basically mention the problem of the system and also the issues that we are trying to visualize and really scope down into the components, the 6 components: measurement, materials, methods, environment, manpower, and machines. Okay, can we go to, we can see that from materials, there are issues like feedback and societal need for information, where requirements for multimedia communication systems are not prevalent, no source of preventative strategies for materials. Machinery, there is lack of collaborative team efforts in ensuring the integrity of the system as well. Lacking of implementation of new technologies into the machineries of multimedia communication systems. Methods, we can see that there is also issues such as development quality attribute methods in developing multimedia communications. They are not being adhered to, so these methodologies are troublesome. Measurement wise, units used in controlling communication is not standardized. Rules and regulation acts in multimedia communication systems can be confusing. Manpower and environment. Manpower, basically we can see that there's a small portion of human resources allocated, lack of expertise and experience, and also lack of communications. Environment wise, the maintenance is requires a constant improvement maintenance sessions, which makes the environment very dynamic and always ever changing. Media space is growing exponentially, so there is a need for constant change. So 4.3 is the basic general conclusive statement. So from the quality measurement tool using the fishbone diagram, we can visualize that there are different set of issues in terms of material, machinery, methods, measurement, manpower, and environment. The more emphasis we have demarcated to these root causes can cause this particular issue to slowly fade off as well. Importance of quality measurements here is 3. Control organization initiated costs to prevent and detect software errors, evaluate financial damages of software failures as a basis for revising SQA budget. At the end is the evaluate plans to increase or decrease SQA activities or to invest in new or updated SQA infrastructure. Yeah, that's all for my part.
For my part, I will explain about document template. So for this organization, which is MCMC, we are going to use the SCMP, which is the Software Configuration Management Planning for our document template. So this document template will be structured and revised about follow public standard like the IEEE 828 or organization specific standard. Define types of document to be managed and its document naming. Example like test V1. SCMP defines the person who will be responsible for the entire SCM process and creation of baseline. Fix the policies of version management, define tools and configuration management database for recording configuration information. And then the purpose for this software configuration management plan is to provide guidance for establishing and implementing the configuration management for the MMS upgrade and for the future maintenance. So at below, I already implement in the document, which is the template and the example of the SCMP, which is this is the cover page, including the version, the name of the document, which is SCMP, the version, and then the authors. And then this is the table of content. So it is going to summarize all the information about identification, organization, configuration and identification, configuration control, and lastly about configuration status, configuration support and activities. And so for the next one, we are going to talk about checklist. So SQA is a very important in every developing a new system. And then the checklist is the one of the major and the very important process in developing any kind of system. So as a software engineer, SQA checklist is made to ensure that the software in development faces standards set by organization to all regulating bodies. It assesses the software performance, efficiency, and usability, and also check for the bugs, deficiencies, and which software configuration, and which it is also need to be referred to the SCMP just now. And then for this one, this is the checklist that we can be used to do from the SCMP, such as the document standard compliance, technical reference, configuration management overview, configuration management activities, software configuration management schedules, configuration management resource, plan maintenance. And then for the last one is talking about information, concise, complete, and consistency.
The next part, I will explain the CMMI process area. The chosen process area of CMMI level for this project is level 2, and the process area is project monitoring and control. Project management, monitoring and controlling involve actively reviewing the status of the project as it proceeds, evaluating potential obstacles, and implementing necessary changes. Besides, the purpose of project management, monitoring, and control is to provide an understanding of the project's progress so that the appropriate corrective actions can be taken when the project's performance deviates significantly from the plan. Next is the personal review process form. First, the entry criteria is stated as none, as entry criteria is not available. Second is the input. The input is regulating and promoting multimedia system, RPMC, which is the system is to be reviewed. Next part is activities. First of all, print the checklist for the software product to be reviewed and start to review the regulating and promoting multimedia system, RPMC. Next, verify and manage review on RPMC based on the checklist given. In the comment section of the checklist, provide the information that supports status updates, forecasting and measuring progress. Third, ensuring that the scope of the project does not change and that unauthorized activities are not performed as part of the project. Fourth, identify any preventive or corrective actions needed for ongoing assessment of the project's performance. Fifth, monitor the risk, the implementation of agreed open risk response plans, tracking identified risks, identifying and analyzing new risks, and evaluating risk process effectiveness throughout the project. Next part is exit criteria. The exit criteria of the software product is the corrected flow itself. For output part of the software product, it need to be accurate, timely information based on the project's output and associated documentation. Besides, guidelines and recommendations of the monitoring and control also need to be followed accordingly. Lastly, the measure of personal review process are manage review and changes based on the flow of software products, measure in present hours with an accuracy of plus minus 20 minutes. That's all for process areas MMI.
All right. That's all from us. Thank you for listening and Assalamualaikum.